Sherman Park, Bayview, Brewers Hill, Clark Square. Milwaukee is a city of neighborhoods, dozens. A West Dallas woman has visited them all on foot, becoming the first female to run every street in the city, and in doing so, logging much more than miles, but also adding valuable life experiences along the way. Ellie Nakamoto-White shares her 5-year-long journey.
If you're driving through West Dallas, be careful on the roads, because 5 to 6 days out of the week, that's where you'll find Lisa Kraker.
My favorite is cold weather, actually, like 30s.
On her usual run. On this day, the temps dipped to the teens. But the only thing stopping Kraker were these red lights.
And I get that.
The mom of 3 first picked up the sport in college.
That changed everything for me.
But it was when her family moved to West Dallas that she began to take it seriously.
I was like, that's a really good way to become familiar with it.
Inspired by her mother-in-law, who loved biking around the area, Kraker decided to hit the pavement to explore her new home.
So I started with West Dallas in 2020, actually, and that went by pretty quick.
Then came West Milwaukee.
So then I ran every street in Greendale, in Hales Corners, in Greenfield. I moved north and I did Wauwatosa, Elm Grove, Brookfield, Butler.
Cudahy and St. Francis followed.
And I kept telling myself this whole time, I'm not running Milwaukee. That's crazy.
Crazy, but not crazy enough.
Basically, I got to a point where I was like 50% done with Milwaukee, 60% done with Milwaukee, 70% done with Milwaukee, and then I was like, well, I can't stop now.
And then 4 years later, on July 17th, 2024.
My very last neighborhood was North Division.
Kraker, on foot, had run the entirety of Milwaukee.
I literally mean every block of every street, everywhere in Milwaukee and all of the other cities that I talked about.
Now she's taking on Milwaukee County.
If someone had told me, let's say, 5 years ago that I would be running all of Milwaukee, I would have been like, no way, you're crazy, because it's kind of scary.
But that wasn't Kraker's only perception that changed through her journey.
Especially in Milwaukee, it feels like it's really easy to kind of look down on it as a major city. And I fell into that.
As she took steps into each neighborhood, each run became a lesson.
We all have this shared life experience, and if they live in a neighborhood that is perceived as, terrible or very unsafe or low income or whatever that neighborhood is, they're still human beings.
Now Kraker has her own community.
There were several times where a kid would be like chasing me down the road, or they'd run alongside me, or they'd race me to the end of the block, and I'd be like, hey, good job, all right, see you later, and the grandmas would be out and the moms would be cheering me on.
And that support is what's pushing her to continue taking steps to grow.
It really became like this really beautiful thing that was so much bigger than just running down the street.